Psst, hey, you, come closer. Well, I guess you can't really come closer, but regardless, a reminder, Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and you should probably get something for that special someone in your life, whether that's your significant other, your prospective husbando or waifu, or maybe just you. You know, you gotta take care of numero uno, and what better gift to give them than your favorite podcast's side content. That's right, we offer so much more bonus content, from scintillating hobby addicts to scintillating, or I think that's a word, hentai episodes, to just a bunch of goofy after parties and nonsense. So if you want to gift them hours and hours and hours of entertainment so you don't have to busy yourself with all that, hey, we will gladly assist by taking some of your hard-earned money and giving you a better relationship. So head on over to our website at aapodcast.com and give the gift of love. And don't forget to submit mailbags and do all the other stuff while you're there. We love you. Bye. See you in the show.
Get ready! You're about to listen to the Anime Addicts Anonymous Podcast. Make your anime addiction worse at AAApodcast.com. And now, here are your anime addicts.
Hello everyone and welcome to what episode is it? I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. I guess it's 613.
Yeah, 613.
Thanks. Caroline, oh my goodness, it's Caroline, everybody. Coming in hot as she normally does. Wow, that was supposed to be a slow fade off. Let's try that again. Okay, we're slowly fading the music out. There we go. That's right, Mason's at the helm today. Mitz is, how did we kill him today? How did we decide?
It was both a suicide and a murder, I think.
You tried
to get him to read. And smoke blew out of his ears. His brain melted. That's really unfortunate. Somehow he came back to life after that, found out that Tom Brady retired, and then he just died on his own.
It's tale as old as time, as they say.
A double murder.
The classic. Thank you all for joining us on this whatever weather it is where you're at, day.
Just cold.
Yeah, exactly. Cold, warm, it doesn't matter. To another ramshackling vagabond adventure, because you got the two kids at the helm. It's myself, Mason. You got Caroline over there. We're just living our best life, trying to provide content for you on the social media, where you can do the Twitters, the TikToks, the Facebooks, the Discords, the Twitches. You've heard it all 1,000 times, but if not, go back and listen to our old stuff. What are you, starting at 613? What are you, a weirdo? No, I'm kidding. We love to have everyone here. The only thing you need to know, if we're being honest, is the Anime Oscars voting is still live. You can go to our website at AAA Podcast. There's a big old fat banner in the middle, right under where you list your mailbags and all your other stuff that you can do, like subscribing to bonus content. No, big banner, anime voting, best of 2021. That's really where the money is. And you kind of have time to do it, but you kind of don't, and you should do it. I mean, whichever host is your favorite. Maybe you like Mitz a lot and you want to vote to see the numbers go up and we get more statistical significance. Maybe you like Caroline and you're just a good person and you want to do it out of the kindness of your heart. And maybe, I guess that's the only two options. So do it for one of those people and we'll be happy with that. But how's it going, Caroline? I feel like we just did a Hobby Addicts. We had fun. Yeah. But how's it going? How's it really going?
It's going pretty good. Well, my sister's birthday was recently. I got her a present, but that backfired. So maybe we can talk about that at the party or after party.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a huge backfiring, but certainly something I would like to discuss later on. So
certainly. And you can get those Hobby Addicts by going to our website, but you can also get the after parties by going to the website or just hanging around on Twitch, where we stream live every Sunday at 5 p.m. EST. After this main podcast, we just hang out. You can come hang out with us. It's a bunch of fun.
It's discussions when we are both tired and hungry.
Yes,
so
it's really
typically about food.
It's typically
about Yeah.
But it's fun nonetheless. So today we have an interesting little game for you that Carolina whipped up called Hedbanz or Headband Game, whatever. We'll tell you what it's all about. If you've seen Inglourious Bastards, you know exactly what this game is, but it should
You don't have to watch Inglourious Bastards.
Really, you should watch Inglourious
famous.
Bastards before listening to this anime podcast. It's really kind of required reading at this point.
Oh my god.
As well as our final round of Winter 2022 impressions. We have a slate of shows of... This might be the most varied slate of quality I've seen. We've got Fantasia Sango, we've got Sasaki and Miyano, we've got Ryman's Club, Police in a Pod, and Akebi's Sailor Uniform. So a lot of stuff. We've got 2 passes left before we give you, the listeners, the all-important gavel to make the final decision. But we're gonna have a bunch of fun today, I think. Mm-hmm. I hope. I pray. I wish beyond wishes. But anything else before we get into the big news of the week?
Nah, let's do it.
Oh my goodness, where's the thing that does the thing?
You can find the thing. I have faith.
Oh, 大ニュースです。It's time for big news of the week.
Were you saying that because you actually heard it?
No, I sent you a message. The stream disappeared, so I can't hear it anymore, unfortunately.
What? It's not streaming.
It's not streaming.
What the heck?
We're not talking about the Twitch stream, by the way.
No,
it's just something
I
that Mason set up so I can hear things. But
why is it not streaming? Whatever. Caroline's a lost cause. I had a great workaround to save her inability to hear the sweet, sweet dulcet sounds of my pre-recorded music. But nope. She's once again lost in the abyss of darkness, and
I won't be able to jam today.
Exactly. 1, 2, 3. Let's not jam. Actually, everyone can jam except
me.
Caroline. Really, that's what it's all about.
I'll pretend to jam.
Big news. Sick. And also, if you're commenting on Twitch, just so you know, make it very funny, because when I am the one streaming it, not Mitz. This is just throwing shade out the wazoo. I record your guys' comments, and it goes up on the screen, and you can see your comments on the screen, and that gets put to YouTube, and everyone, for all the entirety of mankind, aka until Google shuts it down, will get to see your benefactory messages. So thank you. Anyway, big news. Caroline, what you got?
Well, it's nothing good, unfortunately. If you remember a little while ago, we talked about how Netflix was raising their subscription prices and how, objectively, that's not fantastic, but whatever. Now, Amazon Prime was inspired by this to do the same, despite the fact that they doubled their profits compared to last year, so not really making a lot of sense there. The annual subscription price for Amazon Prime will be going up from $119 US dollars to $139, and its monthly subscription will go up from $12.99 to $14.99. So, not fantastic. The last time that prices rose was back in 2018, when the annual price went up from $99 to $119. So now it's going up another $20. This is apparently because the company plans to triple the amount of original shows and movies that will be on the Amazon Prime video streaming service. So that kind of, brings it back to our anime discussion for today, because we might get more anime on Amazon Prime, but with more money being put into it. So yay for us.
I mean, we're not going to get more anime. It's just going to mean maybe there's a chance that more anime isn't on other services. So it means you also now have to have Amazon Prime, which I have gone away from. I used to have an Amazon Prime account, no longer.
Yeah, I also don't have it.
Maybe some of that's the fact that I no longer have the student discount to make it cheaper. Mm-hmm. Maybe some of that's just, not feeling like supporting. And I honestly, I'm not ordering things and I'm like, I need them in 2 days stat. I've got patience. I'm a good boy. I can wait.
Yeah. I don't like to imagine the stress of Amazon drivers and saying oh God, we have to get this right here, right now.
Yeah. Listen,
I don't like that
once they start droning it in, which is the opposite of phoning it in, I will be back on board, because that will be super fun, watching all these little things populating the sky and just get shot down by all sorts of things. And that will be a disaster and very fun to watch.
Could I have a quick tangent?
Always.
Okay,
Listen,
so
Miss
I
is
found
not
out.
here. There's no rules today.
Oh, great, wonderful. But he might actually enjoy this part of the conversation because I found out the other day. There is a there's a point when you are too rich. Like, I'm all for people getting their money, but like there's a point where you are way too rich, and that becomes the point where you are Jeff Bezos, who is constructing his new mega yacht. I forget where. I think it's like the Netherlands or whatever. So he's at like a bay in the Netherlands. But then he realizes while they're completing the construction on this mega yacht that in order to put it out to sea, they have to go under an iconic bridge in the Netherlands, which is too short to fit the mega yacht. So instead of, I don't know, like deconstructing his mega yacht and constructing it somewhere else, he told the government or whatever that, you know what, I will pay for it all. Can you just deconstruct this iconic bridge so we can fit my mega yacht through it, and we'll pay for everything, we'll put it back together. That is just ridiculous, and I hate that.
I feel like at that point you have two options. You either create a mega helicopter, like a la Avengers, to mega lift your mega yacht over it, or, and I don't think this is a hot commodity yet, but make it a mega submarine. Just give it one of those big snorkels, give it a periscope.
That's all it needs. It's a snorkel.
Exactly.
That's all it needs to be.
You guys know I am an engineer. I literally get paid money in the real world to engineer things. And I'll tell you, a submarine can just, you just slap a periscope on anything and it can work underwater.
It doesn't even have to be a periscope. It can just be a vertical telescope.
And that
works.
Up. As long as you can see the stars navigate. I'm a sailor. Yeah. I know what I'm talking about. That's kind of very funny. That's very...
so ridiculous.
Why can't he just... instead of deconstructing a bridge, can he just, like, geologically change the terrain of the Netherlands to have the water go around the bridge? And then he pulls the yacht through, like, a side channel and then refills it in or puts another bridge in. Like, why take down a good bridge?
One thing that I'm thinking about is how did they not freaking realize that they would have to go under this bridge and that the boat would be too big? You're telling me that Jeff Bezos and all of his brilliance and all of his underlings and all their brilliance did not think about this?
To be fair, when you hire a company to make you a boat, you don't consider that they are building it in a place where they can't then deliver it to you. So I'm not going to put him on. It's not his bad. He's trying to find a solution.
It's always Jeff Bezos' fault.
I'm not a Jeffrey Bezos like fanboy or anything, but I think I'm not going to put the L on him on this one. He's trying his best to be what we all want him to be, which is a galactic explorer. Anyway, we're getting way off topic, and I love it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
My big news of the week is a little less tame. It is a upcoming 2022 movie will be coming out this year, hopefully. That's how years work and dates. It's called Hand-Drawn Documentary. And the film will examine what continues to drive us and draw us to classic technique of animation. The film will focus on the connections between animators and animation and kind of, discuss and talk to over 40 plus animators from around the world. And if that's the case, obviously there are going to be some big name anime contributors to this. And we've got a kind of taste of what some of them will be. We have obviously famed directors, Mamoru Hosoda from Wolf Children, Plug Anime Club. We're watching that and we're talking about it this week. Come join and hang out. As well as Mitsuo and Iso from Deno Coil and the recently released Orbital Children, which I will be talking about in an upcoming episode of What Have We Been Watching. As well as key animators, Aya Suzuki, as well as the peerless Toshiyuki Inoue. So a lot of big name people in the anime sphere who will be as part of this film, which I am super interested in seeing. I obviously, spoiler, like hand-drawn animation and would love to see just some more focus and, behind the scenes about it. So, yay, cool, fun.
Do you know where people will be able to watch this?
I have not. It seems to be very much a indie film. I know it was kind of crowdfunded to get some resources. I think it had like a 1 million yen cutoff that it was looking for, and it made that. So have not heard much about it, but it's called Hand-Drawn Documentary, and I'm excited for it. It's cool.
Yeah, sounds interesting. But you know what else is interesting?
What's that?
Our main topic
Oh
for
my
today.
goodness, I knew that, and I'm trying to my
Okay.
best. I'm focused on this entire podcast is don't forget to do drops. Don't forget to do changing the little ticker on the bottom, which if you
Have you
watch us
changed the
live,
ticker?
I have
Oh wow,
changed
you
the
did.
ticker. So
Congrats.
I'm I'm 2 for 2 so far. Soon that will fall by the wayside, and chat can yell at me and viscerally eviscerate my ability to do this podcast. But hey, we're
Oh,
riding
speaking
high
of
right now.
which, according to Flamewater in the Twitch chat, the volume is too low.
Ooh, that's good to know. Whose volume? My volume? Everyone's volume?
Please tell us, Flamewater.
Tell me how to do volume too low.
I don't
I'm just
know.
gonna yell
whose
all the
volume it would
time.
be.
I'm just gonna yell all
I
the
feel
time.
like that's how this game is going to pan out, is us yelling at each other, because it's that kind of game. So how about we
Yes.
just explain what this game is all about?
Please.
So we were thinking about doing Anime Shark Tank this week, but there was a call for Kazuo to be on the next Anime Shark Tank. So we are going to put that to the side, and I was trying to think of something else that we can do. And this very simple game of Hedbanz came into my mind. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the game Hedbanz, which is a real game, basically people just put words on their head, and they have to ask yes or no questions and try to figure out what is on their forehead. Now, we don't have to go through all that, putting things on our foreheads in this game. We can just base it off a list of things that Mason and I have thought of beforehand. Basically, we are going to be guessing anime characters. I have a list of anime characters for Mason to guess, and he has done the same for me. And it's pretty simple. You can play along if you'd like. There are only going to be yes and no questions, and I believe the limit is going to be 10 yes and no questions for each character.
Yeah, we'll
Let's
see
how difficult this will definitely be.
Yeah, Caroline, leading up to this, she has a preference for picking out games that she's like, we got this, and we play them, and we're all terrible. And
Okay,
it's
they're not terrible.
I'm terrible in our performance of them. I always have fun playing,
okay.
but I ride the struggle bus majorly. So we will see how it is. So I've kind of started on not the easier side, but I mean, it's all popular, well-known characters, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, yeah. So we try to make this as easy as possible.
Yeah, to start. Who knows? If you start knocking these out of
here.
the park, I'm gonna have to increase the
Pick it up a notch.
difficulty. So,
Yeah.
would you like to be the guesser first, or the I don't know what the roles are. Administrator. Ooh, that sounds saucy.
It doesn't have to be saucy, but
sounds
I'll guess first.
Okay, so I have a character in mind that Caroline is going to have to try to guess with yes/no questions. So just assume she's, you can all see who it is.
It's putting on my forehead.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Is my character in a shonen?
No.
Is my character in a drama?
No.
Okay, third question.
And if I mislead you with any yes/no questions, let me know.
Okay.
After. I feel like I want to be like, no, but I'm going to say no for both.
Okay. Third question. Does my character play a sport?
No.
Fourth question. This is already so hard.
It's really hard. I will say it is. This won't help at all, but it could be kind of considered a shonen.
Fourth question. Is my character something that we have reviewed on the show?
We as in while you were around? Yes, it's been a show. I'll help you out. Both seasons have been reviewed.
Okay, fifth question. Is that show science-based?
No.
Oh, I was thinking Dr.
Stone, yeah. And I guess I could see that kind of shonen thing, but that technically would be a shonen.
Okay. So, sort of shonen-ish.
Sort of shonen-ish.
We have reviewed 2 seasons of it on the show then.
Yes.
On the podcast.
Correct.
Sixth question. I'm sorry. I don't want to have dead air.
No, it's tough. I get you. I get you.
Is the character in question the main character?
Yes, they are.
I feel like that was definitely a throwaway question that I probably shouldn't have asked.
No.
7th question.
No, that's fair.
Was this show reviewed in the last year?
No. You were not around for the review.
8th
Sorry
question.
if I led you down the wrong path with that. Yes.
Is this show about shogi?
No.
Oh, damn.
Here. Well, the show could be considered a parody of the shonen genre.
A parody.
This is so difficult.
So hard.
Oh my goodness.
My 9th question, is the show a romance?
No.
Oh my god. I'm on my last question.
We can jump it to 15.
No. I feel like that will go on for too long. And
Okay.
I think we just have to be in the right, it just has to be the right circumstances so we get it correct.
Exactly. Really, it's not about the victory. It's not about like trying to get every one of them correct. It's just trying to get one correct.
One.
And just the miracle of life. Really.
This is like
blessing
Wordle.
us. It is.
It's like Wordle. Everything is like Wordle.
That's all we play.
The 10th question, is it a show that I love? That I've said that I've loved, that you know that I like?
I would say with confidence that you enjoy the first season quite a bit.
Is it The Promised Neverland?
No.
Oh! Okay, what is it?
It was going to be Saitama from One Punch Man.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that all makes sense. But I would say it's definitely a shonen.
I mean, it's... is it?
Yeah, it's a shonen.
Well,
I mean, are we talking about, like, in terms of the style of storytelling, or are we talking about, is it specifically from Shonen Jump?
I mean, it's, in my mind, neither.
Okay, well, I guess we all have our differences.
Exactly, and that's why I felt bad with the question. So
okay, well, I think we'll come across this issue a couple times.
I think so as well.
Also, I was focusing more on trying to figure out the show rather than the character, but I think if you can get the show, great. If you can get the character, fantastic.
Even better. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me, like, everyone's saying in the chat, Mason messed up. I'm sorry. I'll take the L on this one. I guess I perceive it as a seinen. It's not in Shonen Jump. It's it's a hero getting stronger, but I don't know. That's on me. I'll take this one.
Okay. Well, I won't blame you too much on that one.
Gotcha.
Okay, so my first one I will say is let's make this the easiest one that I think I have. Okay.
Okay.
We're starting off easy.
And yeah, so is it a show that we have reviewed on this podcast? That I have reviewed?
If we did, you have not reviewed this.
Okay.
I'm not certain if we did on the show.
Okay, that's fine. Are there multiple seasons?
Yes.
Is it a sports show based on what you and I would call a sports show?
It is not a sports show.
Okay.
But in order to make this easier on us, I will say there is at least one part of the show where they do play a sport.
Okay.
But for like an episode.
Now I'm just thinking of Samurai Champloo.
It's not Samurai. I won't
No,
count that
that's
against
fine.
you.
No, that's fine.
Right.
I was trying
wait, are you counting how many questions you're asking?
that was what, 3?
I'm going to say 3.
Yeah.
Your fourth question?
My fourth question is it a male character?
Yes. 5th question.
Are they out of the range of normal height? So what are they, exceptionally tall or short?
It's hard to say because they have a peculiar way of standing. I can't.
Okay.
I don't know. I
It
feel like that might confuse you more.
might.
It's hard to say.
No, we're sticking with it. We're sticking with it.
Okay, sixth question.
Is it a...
Camichii in chat is giving you some ideas for questions, just to generally ask.
True. Oh, well, thank you, Kami. She's helping me out. And I appreciate it. But I've committed to being weird at this point. So I'm 5 questions in.
Yes, this is your 6th.
Are there multiple seasons of this show? I already asked that.
You already asked that one.
And you said there was.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
I will say there are 2.
Okay. Thank you. This is really tough. I think that height one is really what messed me up.
That one's gonna confuse you. I'm sorry.
Are they the main character?
They are not, but they are the rival of the main character.
Oh boy. So much going on. I can't keep track of anything.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Right.
Maybe you should write down the information that you get, like the details that you know of, and that will help.
But that's for next time.
Yeah.
And it's a show that I wasn't around to review, and it may or may not have been reviewed.
It has been around for a while, but it is a staple in the anime community.
This is hard. This is.
It is. I did not imagine it being this hard when I thought of the idea, because it's such a simple game.
Yeah. This is tough. Oh my goodness. I don't.
Maybe ask some questions about their features.
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to go with, like the height thing, and that like backfired on me.
I can be a little bit more.
No, it's okay. I should just start guessing other things. So there's 2 seasons of it. Rival character. Is it a comedy?
No.
And is it in Shonen Jump?
I believe it is. This is your 9th question.
And I enjoy this show? Like, would you say I like
I
this
am
show?
not entirely certain of your feelings towards the show, but it is a generally loved show. Okay, was that a 9th question? Okay, so your 10th question.
I think I have 1 question left.
Okay.
I'm thinking of like no, because Bakuman had 3 seasons. I don't know.
You can still ask one more question before you guess the show.
I literally am like blanking so hard.
I know, this game is so hard.
Oh boy, I don't even know. I literally, I'm sorry people, I have no idea what to. Does it take place in hell?
No, but there is a hell-like character in this show.
Okay. I have no idea. I think that was my 10th one. I think I just got blessed. I'll be quicker in the next one.
Any guess? Guess any show.
So I was kind of thinking of like Hozuki by the end of it, but I don't know. I don't even have a single clue.
The show is Death Note.
And but there's only one season of that.
No, I think there's 2 seasons. There's just a season that we don't talk about.
No, that's just part 2. It's a 24 episode show. Or it's a 37 episode show, but it's 1 season.
Okay, that might have been. Okay, so it's hard to say.
I guess I literally took the L on that one.
I know. Yeah, that was the character that I was trying to go for. I'm sorry.
No,
I kind of thought that it was separated into 2 seasons.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
But even if I said, yes, it's 1 season, I don't know if you would have still have gotten it.
So I cheated. I pulled up my like anime list and I was like, rolling through it. I'm like, okay, season two, like things with 2 seasons.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That's funny. Let me know if anyone in the chat got it. We're all
People are just saying L, but I don't know if they're saying that they knew it was L or if they're just saying you got the L. Yeah, that was bad.
No
I
worries.
thought that one would be easy.
It's okay.
But
it's okay.
Honestly, we don't even have to be asking about characters. We really should be just talking
guessing
about
the
shows,
show.
because guessing the show itself is.
And it's funny because I think I had like a character from Death Note for you as a possible like one.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, we're trying this again.
If I was Mitz, I would have plenty of drops to for our shame. But I've got your character in store.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll let you go.
Okay. First, gotta think of the show. That's the first step. Okay. Is it a comedy?
Yes.
Second question. Is it something that we've reviewed on the podcast?
I do not believe so. I know you certainly were not around for it. But let me... While you think of your questions, I'll get back to you. I do not believe so.
Okay. Third question. Is it a show that you know that I like?
I believe that you enjoy this show.
Fourth question. Is it something that has come out in the last 3 years?
No.
Something older. Okay. Fifth question.
And I don't believe we've reviewed it.
Okay. Is it a generally popular show?
Yes. I would say the show was popular when it was airing. Got a lot of buzz around it.
Okay. So it's a comedy with buzz.
Yeah. People are pretty mixed on the quality. Romance.
You said there was
really. Not really. I'd say no.
Mixed in the quality, huh?
Not mixed in the quality. It's a lot of love or hate kind of thing.
And it's a comedy.
I picked this one based on like a very distinctive character. So, not so much of it being an easy show to guess.
Okay. Does the show follow a group of girls?
No, there is a group of girls, but they're intermixed with a group of boys.
Okay, so both boys and girls in this comedy that is kind of divisive. Is it based in school?
Yes, they attend a very a typical school, but in a very unique setup. There's some high stakes at what they're trying to learn.
Is it My Hero Academia?
No, but similar stakes. You know, big catastrophic things will happen if they don't learn what they need to learn.
Is it Jujutsu Kaisen?
No, bigger stakes.
Oh, because it's older than that.
It's okay. You can rewind it. Just ask yes/no questions. I will try to provide as much information without revealing it.
Yeah. Camichii's in the chat saying prison school. And though she gives a good suggestion as well. Is it ass class? Assassination class.
It is.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Camichii. Okay. I just love calling it ass class. Okay, is the character in question she's saying Kuro Sensei? But trying to think about the different characters that you might have thought that. Okay, well, is it Kuro Sensei?
It's Kuro Sensei.
I can't give that to myself. But Camichii thought of it first.
MVP guessing off someone else's guesses.
I mean, she's not even playing this game,
Oh,
and yet
she's
she
playing
won.
she's playing the 4D chess version. She's already played this game.
Okay, thank you, Camichii, but honestly, you're the real winner here. Because she guessed it.
So good.
Yeah, she's really good. Okay, let's see if we can fail any harder. Let's see what we got here.
This game is
okay.
just there
I
to
have
make
my
us
character
fools.
and show in mind. My character and show is in mind.
Okay.
First question.
Is this a show that I have reviewed on the podcast?
I believe you might have.
Really, really.
Okay. Let me bring up the list and make that certain about that. Do you have a link that I could? Do you have that link up or already?
I do have it up. Let me.
Can you send it to me?
I can send it. Yes, I can send it to you. Let's see if I can do this without breaking Discord. I don't know.
Why
if
would
I
that
can,
break?
Because you're
okay.
on
I think
Discord.
I know where I can find it.
If I post it in Twitch, you can get it there, right?
I don't know.
Yes, I will post it there, and everyone can see our cool list that Icy Rose created many, many moons ago to see what we've done.
Yeah, what chat was that pinned in?
It's in our Discord, but I posted it in the Twitch or in the Twitch.
Okay, I think I found it on Discord. Sorry. It loads. I'm sorry that we are just spending so much time trying to find.
Hey, I listen. I need whatever advantage I can get, so I don't get absolutely embarrassed again. The suspense, as if this will help me.
Yeah.
If we're being honest. Do 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 do.
Yeah, I'm not finding it on our list here. Yeah,
so let's assume
which
no,
is interesting. Then. Okay, but
we'll find out.
We'll find out. I will say that I am surprised it's not on here.
Gotcha. Is it multiple seasons?
Yes.
And did it come out in the last 10 years?
Yes. This is I guess that's the fourth question. Yeah, let's say that's
something like that.
That was the fourth. So your fifth question.
My fifth question is it. You said it's one season?
It's multiple.
Multiple seasons. Okay.
Yes.
Is it a extremely popular show?
Very much so.
Is it still like going on to this day?
Yes, it is.
Is it Attack on Titan?
It is Attack on Titan.
Okay.
So you gotta figure out the character. Your seventh question.
See, now I want to ask questions without spoiling. Like, do they get big?
This one does not get big.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Are they female?
This character is female. Your ninth question?
So really, it's just a matter of, do they like potatoes? Don't answer. Do they like potatoes? Do they wear a scarf? Or do they have really cool goggles?
Well, you gotta ask one of those questions.
I know, but I'm just trying to
honestly,
think.
I think everybody in that universe loves potatoes because they are constantly starved.
True. Everyone would like potatoes at that point. And they don't get big, so it can't be redacted. Do they have a special affinity for potatoes that goes above and beyond?
This one does not have a special affinity for potatoes.
So I'm gonna guess. So do I get one more question, or do I have to guess now?
You get one more question, and then you can guess.
Okay. Do they have cool goggles?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess Mikasa.
It is Mikasa.
Oh my goodness!
You did it.
We did do it.
You did it. You actually figured out both.
Wow! Thank you. I could have sworn this was reviewed.
Yeah, it's I did like a find feature.
List.
Well, I didn't go by your link, but I do have like the history of shows, like AAA podcast review history. And then I did a search, and I could not find Shingeki no Kyojin, nor could I find Attack on Titan.
You gotta make sure you're. So it's tricky. So if Google is kind of weird with their sheets and forums, if you just hit Control F, there's a chance you can search within the document.
That's what I did.
Also a chance that it will kind of search in like the browser window that you're in and not in the document within the document. So yes, we have reviewed Attack on Titan.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean,
okay, so I have the find and replace part here.
Gotcha. We're good. No,
I won't be replacing anything, but
let's end
yeah,
this
there it
game.
is.
It's not going to get better. I'm never going to guess it this again.
You're never going to get it again. Let's hope that I can.
Yes. Oh, we will redeem this. Let me pick one. Okay, I've got an iconic character lined up from something you enjoy. So let's give it a shot.
Ready. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have to start. Is this a show that came out within the last year?
No, I would say it's not a show.
Okay, then it's a movie. Does that count as a question?
No, I'm just helping out a bit.
Okay, second question, is it a movie?
It's a movie.
Third question, is it your name?
No.
Fourth question, is it a silent voice?
No.
Okay, then what other movie do I like? Is it a Ghibli movie?
It is.
Is it Princess Mononoke?
No.
Is it Kiki's Delivery Service?
Yes.
Is the character a cat?
Yes.
Is it Gigi?
Yes.
Yay! I did it!
We always find Gigi.
Easy. Yeah, that one was easy.
We
Yay
needed
for
that
us.
to get back on our high horse. You got to get that victory sometimes.
Okay, how much more should we do? Should we do like another character each?
Yeah, I'll do one more, and then you'll do one more, and that'll probably be good.
Okay. But then again, I guess I guessed first.
Yeah, but I don't like looking like a dummy.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What character should I go for now? Because I feel like all these are a little bit harder. And the one that I want to go to is too hard. Okay. I have my character in mind.
Okay.
First question.
Is this a show that I have reviewed on the podcast?
Let me double check that.
I just feel like I like asking that question just because it puts me in a very different state of limiting my list of 1,300 shows down to 150.
Right. Okay, so let me just sorry.
And it gives me time for stall tactics while I really think about what questions are worth asking. Because now that I know that the master of this game, Kami, has given us really all the insider info. I'm like a stubborn child, refusing to do it as the teacher instructed. I'm like, I'm doing it my own way.
I don't like this find thing. It's not working very well.
It's tricky. Well, just tell me what it is, and I'll let you know if it's...
Ha 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 ha.
The
yeah, because I keep on pressing enter, and then it's not the one that I need to see, and it doesn't work.
I mean, if you go to my anime list or my AniList account, I have a whole list of just the podcast reviews. If that would be easier.
I freaking hate this.
Oh, technology. Why are you spiting our inability to remember anime?
Yeah, because I know at least one thing about this, but I can't tell you what it is. And it won't do what I tell it to. I hate this thing so bad.
I don't know if there is
Okay, give
Anything
me
that
1
frustrates
second.
me
'Cause I
in
can.
life more than technology not doing
What it's
what it's
supposed to
supposed to
do.
do. Like, I don't get road rage when I drive. I'm very like level headed. Even when I watch stuff I dislike, I'm just like, like whatever. It's a shame. But when I'm like trying to turn the volume up on my phone and I hit the button and it doesn't, and I go to do it again and then it like delays and it opens another app, that's when the full rage and fury of Mason comes to the forefront.
Okay, I figured it out. But I will say that Google spreadsheet has nothing on Excel.
Oh,
Absolutely nothing.
yeah, of
Okay,
course.
because if it was Excel, this would have been simple. So I will tell you that you did not review the first season, but you did review the second.
Okay. Okay. We take that. We take that. Is this a recent show within the last 10 years? Well,
Yes.
duh.
Obvious.
Duh.
Well,
Duh. I haven't
we
been on
won't
this
we won't count
podcast
that.
for 10 years. Holy crap. I
How
guess
many questions has this been?
it's been 2.
Okay,
Did
then
I
your third
review it
question.
and is it recent? So that was an absolute
Yeah.
waste of one. I guess technically
No,
we've
you.
reviewed.
Yeah, let you take it. Third question.
Yeah, yeah. Because I guess technically we did review the Big O, but for the most part, that was what we call a rookie mistake. And I enjoy this series?
Yes.
Does
Fourth
it
question.
have to do with animals?
No.
Does it have
Fifth
to
question.
do with camping?
No. Sixth question.
Does it have to?
Are you reading from your list right now?
I mean, yeah. I'm cheating. I'm cheating. I need to cheat. Okay, I don't like the idea of like just trying to like pick out shows. Is it still? So you said I reviewed the second season.
Yes.
Did more seasons come out, or will more come out? I guess you can't know if more will come out, but
I can say the third season has been announced.
announced.
Yes.
She says. She says it's been announced. There's still so many it could be. Is the cast primarily male or female? At least in like the main characters.
The main character is primarily male.
Okay. Second season has been announced. I reviewed the second one, but not the first. Ooh, why is everything so difficult?
Does that count as your seventh question? I know.
Why is everything so difficult? Mason,
Yeah.
because you're stupid, that's why. Ah, yes, I remember now. That was my downfall all along. Oh boy. And I enjoyed the show?
You have already asked that question, and yes.
Oh, maybe I did ask that question. I don't know. Jeez. Now, when you say enjoy, like, am I like, wow, this is a really good show, or is this a?
I can't remember what exact rating you gave it on your list, but
it was
I will
definitely
say
strongly
it was
positive.
high. It was higher than a lot of the other sludge we watched.
Now I'm just thinking that like maybe I didn't add it to my like.
I remember seeing it on your list, but I don't remember what number it was.
Gotcha. Well, I guess now I'm thinking maybe I didn't put it on my. I don't know. Oh boy. I mean, something that I like. I reviewed the second episode, or second season, primarily male cast. I have no clue.
Ask another question.
Is it the main character? I know that doesn't help me with the show, but
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll make it the main character. Originally, I had it the main character on my list, but then I was thinking like, ooh, how about this character instead? But then, if you're asking if it's the main character,
well, I
then
guess
the
it
answer is
doesn't help me either way. So it's still the side
Yeah, I
character.
guess not.
Side character. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Side character. We'll go with this character that I'm thinking of now.
Gotcha. Thank you. Are they? I'm trying to think of a way that could like gather multiple things into one. Oh geez, oh geez, oh geez, oh geez. Make it stop. Make the pain go away.
I'm so sorry.
And I liked it. I liked the show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blanking so hard.
Ask a genre question.
You think I actually like shows? Is it a shonen?
I believe it is a shonen. Give me a second.
Just ask a question, Mason. Okay, ask a question. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. That shonen question is actually kind of hard
tricky
to answer. Yeah, tricky.
That's fine. That's fine. So while you look it up, like in my head, people obviously I was thinking Beastars season 2. I was thinking
technically
Megalobots.
not a
I was thinking
shonen.
Zombieland Saga. Technically not a shonen. Gotcha. That's my favorite genre of shonen.
People might think of it as I have displayed. People might think of it as a shonen.
Okay.
Ask a different question.
I don't know. I've only shown no, because Fire Force is a shonen, I think. Can I give up? Can I ask the audience? Can somebody help me? Can somebody make this pain go away?
Are you looking at the chat right now?
No, I don't want to.
Okay, I will say that somebody in the chat did guess everything correctly.
Was it Kami?
Kami did get it, yes.
Okay, well, let's give her the victory. Let's give her the win.
Yes,
what was it?
He has the win once again. It's Mob Psycho 100 and Reagan.
But I don't like season 2.
Well, I'm
fair.
sorry.
I do like season 1. I guess that's fair.
I didn't realize you did not like season 2. Maybe did not like it as much as season 1, but I didn't know you didn't like it.
I was the only one who hates season 2 of Mob. It's so
Why do you
bad.
hate it?
It's so disappointing. They threw so many of the good ideas out in favor of trying to be meta, and it just ruined the tonality of it all. Oh, Mob.
Well, I guess people can listen to the second
bad.
season review and know more about that.
It's by bad. I mean, it's a 3 out of 5, but like, season 1 was so good. Oh boy.
Anyway, this
right.
game is not one of my best.
Yeah, you can hear me complain all about why I think Mob Psycho season 2 is bad on episode 480.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
Kami is the Kami of this game. I actually thought about that, but then I felt bad about
not even a person on the show, and she's doing better than the both of us.
Yeah, she knows us better. MVP.
Okay.
Man.
So I guess this is my turn to guess.
Now it's just
again.
a race. It's just you versus Camichii.
Trying to see if I can. Yeah. To see if we tie, because she's already won.
Exactly. Okay, I had originally picked a different character, but I will.
We're going easier, huh?
I'm gonna mix it up on you. I'm gonna. Okay. I'm trying to think of one that you haven't said yet. What's like a big one that'll be like when you don't guess it, you can be like, oh, how did I not guess that? And we all laugh. We all just laugh.
Yeah, Kami laughs the hardest.
Okay, I've got one based on your recent guessing patterns. I think we can do this.
Okay, let's see.
Let's go.
Unless I switch it up and I think it's completely wrong. Okay. Question number 1. Is it a comedy?
Should have.
Shit.
It has comedic moments. I would say no. It is not a comedy.
Number 2. Is this a show that I have that you know that I really love?
Yes, it is a show I know you really love.
Number 3. Is it a drama?
I would say it is strongly and mainly a drama.
Number 4. Are the characters in pursuit of a certain activity?
In pursuit of a different activity.
Are they? So
I would
basically,
say the
they aren't
cast
just
has
sitting
a
around
far-reaching and wildly diverse motive operandi for their actions.
What does that mean?
I would say There's a lot of characters doing a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
For a lot of different reasons.
Okay, so they're all doing different things.
Yeah.
They're all in pursuit of these different things.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering how they all come together. Okay.
Man, isn't that the whole joy of the show? Oh, that's why it's so
They're all
good.
doing different things. My fifth question. Is it something that I have reviewed on the show?
Yes, quite recently.
Oh, okay. Quite recently. Number 6. Is it Odd Taxi?
It's Odd Taxi.
Yeah! Number 7. Okay, is it a Capoeira Girl?
No.
Is it the main character? Is
no.
it Odokawa?
No, but at this point, like, it's just a matter of
Yeah.
guessing through them. So,
Oh, is it Imai? Is it My Best Boy?
I wasn't gonna make it, but let's make it that way, just so
we
you can
can't
get
do
the
it
victory.
like that. We can't just change the answer like this when we're already this far. My 10th question. Is it a
Kami beat you again.
villain in this show? Is it a villain in this show?
Yes, they're a villain.
Is it the gorilla guy?
The
Whatever
gorilla
his name
guy.
is.
No,
The guy with the...
no. It's not
Okay.
Dobu.
Okay, not Dobu. Okay, I have one more guess. Is she in an idol group?
Well, I mean, I don't think there's any villains in the idol group, but no.
I would beg to differ.
I mean, I was
But
trying
that
not
would
to
be
spoil
that would be
anything.
spoiler territory. Oh God. Is it I stopped counting questions. Is it the psychotic cat with the
No.
eraser guy?
No, it's not the gotcha.
Yeah.
The gotcha.
Is it the rapping one?
It's the rapping.
No!
It's Yano.
Ugh, I cannot believe I was able to get the show and not the character.
I
There are
mean-
too many characters in that show.
That's probably on my bad. But it could have just as easily been any one of them, so I like how we envision this game being like, oh, what hair color do they have? What, like, that kind of thing, or just like, is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this...
We're never doing
Oh my
Hedbanz
goodness.
again.
This was fun, though. I genuinely had a bunch of fun. And I hope you listeners didn't pull all your hair out listening to us, like, struggle. And not even struggle, just, like, literally shut down and not even say words on a podcast. You're just like,
I
Mason,
know.
ask a question already. Gosh, I got things to do today.
And at least when you're watching the Twitch, you can see our nervous faces and our thinking faces. But on a podcast, that's kind of you can't get that. So
Well,
it's just a lot of silence.
You gotta watch on the Mitz could edit it, but no.
Yeah.
It's our gruesome cries. I mean, you got
I will
Odd Taxi, so that's props to you.
Yeah, thank you. But I will say that Kami once again got it.
we need like a big banner. Camichii wins. Big like confetti.
We should just spoil the entire episode and have the title of this episode be Mason and Caroline lose, Kami wins. Yeah, because she gets
We will
Miyano.
never invite her on this podcast to play.
No,
this
I think
game
now we
because
need
she would,
to.
She would just style on us.
No, because then we can have this whole game where like we have two players playing a game and they just have to beat Kami. It's like beat Bobby Flay, but beat Camichii.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's move
Can we
on.
make the pain stop? Can we take a break?
Yeah, let's stop having to think so hard.
Yeah.
And now you can start thinking hard because we have our weekly trivia question. Segue.
Yeah. Segue.
Are you trying to load up music?
I'm playing the music.
Oh, okay, wonderful, because I can't hear it. We've already discussed that. Okay, so in Akebi sailor uniform, Camichii's desire to wear a sailor uniform with her classmates is hampered by the fact that they wear a different article of clothing, which is and we will answer it later.
See you guys soon.
Bye!
君の瞳に刺さる笑顔も溢れる一人でが
How's it going, everyone, and welcome to the news break on February 6, 2022. As you can tell by now, Mitz is out of the office today, so it falls on me to annoy you for just a bit longer on this news break. In anime news, I don't think any of us were expecting an adaptation of a over 30-year-old manga at this point, which has been on hiatus itself for over a decade. That's right, the action-adventure fantasy supernatural ecchi classic has returned. Bastard, also known as Bastard Heavy Metal Dark Fantasy, will be receiving a 2022 ONA adaptation by Linden Films. This news certainly came out of absolutely nowhere and surprised me as well as many others, but you know, it kinda does follow the trend set by Orphan and Narisa Yatsura. So who knows, maybe retro stuff is cool now, and we'll start seeing a bunch of other adaptations in the coming months. Next, we talked about Netflix raising its prices not too long ago, and now another major corporation will be doing the same. Amazon Prime will be raising the annual price of their service from $119 to $139, as well as its monthly subscription price from $13 to $15. The company plans to triple the amount of original shows and movies that debut on the Amazon Prime Video streaming service, but I'm not sure how much of this will be anime. Regardless, will us customers see any benefit in this service, or is this just general increased inevitable inflation? And finally, in more uplifting news, Lotteria has upped the Valentine's game for all fast food chains. Obviously, as we know, fast food chains in Japan go a little crazy when it comes to their themes for Valentine's Day or whatever the holiday trend is. Lotteria has certainly stepped it up for their Valentine's Day chocolate burger. Limited not only to just 3 branches, but also only available to the first 214 customers at each store who follow the Twitter account. The special promotion is a kit containing a chocolate bar and burger buns so they can make a Valentine's Ghana Latte Ghana chocolate burger. Yes, 2 Ghanas in there because that's how tasty it is. And all it is putting chocolate bars between the buns. Yep, that's it. That's the whole thing. I know I'm definitely down to try it. I guess we'll see if it's worth the hype. And hey, if you're in Japan, give it a shot and let us know how it is. That will do it for the news break today. And now, after just, a little bit of an ad, back to the show.
Anime Addicts, the AAA podcast, is always trying to bring you new and exciting ways to enjoy our content, and now we have an exclusive member-only RSS feed on the site that is going to let you access our hentai episodes, our Hobby Addicts, and our After Parties episodes, all from your favorite mobile apps. That's an additional 8 episodes of content per month just for you, and you can listen to it through Apple Podcasts app, you can listen to it through Podcast Addicts, Pocket Cast, Overcast FM, Downcast FM, etc., onward and onward. So many mobile apps for you to choose from. If you were holding back on supporting the podcast because you didn't like listening to our extra content through our website, now you can get it and listen to it the same way you enjoy all your other podcasts. So pitch in, help out the podcast, do a good thing, and enjoy all the extra content we have for you. Just go to aapodcast.com/join and you will get all this extra content and an exclusive member RSS feed for you to enjoy. That's aapodcast.com/join and support the podcast.
Welcome back to the podcast of episode 613. Oh boy, stop that music. Mitz, get out of here, my dude. What are you doing?
He's dead.
Back
He's not supposed
from
to be
the
here.
grave here to mess with us. I don't know why that dropped. Anyway, when we left you, we had an in-show weekly trivia question, which was, in Akebi's sailor uniform, Komichi's desire to wear a sailor uniform with her classmates is hampered by the fact that they wear what different article of clothing? They wear blazers. Blazers are in
Which
right
is,
now.
Oh, but so, inferior to the sailor uniform, which we will talking more about in the
I guess
review
so.
for the
I
impression
didn't
portion,
know
but-
we were so impassioned about the sailor
Hence the reason
uniform
why it's called
credibility.
Akebi's sailor uniform. It doesn't says Akebi's blazer. It doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
Blade, laser, blazer.
Blazer. Ew.
Well, how about we get to our mailbags because
Yeah.
well, might as well. Mailbag drop coming.
It's time for an almighty anime mailbag. Anime. Anime. Anime.
Mailbag.
Caroline is so good at the
Today-
dance. She like waits to see what side like someone else is going to. She's amazing. Like she's so
You
good
know
at
what?
dancing. She's like, you know, when you're dancing with someone else, like a better dancer like makes you a better dancer. That's how Caroline is. She's that good.
Look at, you say things and I agree. Okay. So today on Mailbags, we are going to be reading something from LV to read manga, which I guess means love to read manga. Now they ask, when you're feeling sick / in pain, like a headache or cold or something like that, what anime do you find yourself watching to soothe yourself? And for them, it's Fruits Basket. Now, Mason, what show do you like to watch?
Das Mushishi. Das, like I wanted to come up with a bunch of answers, but really nothing is as good as Mushishi. From the fact that it just is calming. It's just such a relaxing show.
Mm-hmm.
It's episodic. So if you like fall asleep, you don't feel like, oh, I need to go back and watch a bunch of stuff. Like you can just take it as they come. And it also has a great dub. So you don't need to squint at the subtitles. Like even if you're out of it, you can just enjoy the I can't speak. The sounds that are very nice.
And you can like fall asleep to it too. You know, you can just listen. You
Yeah.
don't have to feel pressure to watch. Yeah, I would definitely also say Mushi was also one that I instantly thought of. But if I didn't want to completely copy you, so I also put down Sangatsu no Lion because it's soothing and certain episodes are
Very comfy. Very comfy at
very
times.
comfy. Also heartbreaking. So sometimes. So I don't know. I feel like Mushishi is definitely the one to watch, but if I had to guess, put in another one, I would probably put in Sangatsu no Lion.
You could do Natsume. Natsume's Book of Friends. That's another great option. Also episodic, very calming. Nyanko Sensei has like a bit of a grating voice sometimes, but he's adorable enough to get away with it. So
Oh, how about Cells at Work to help inspire your body to fight the illness?
you just cheer it on. Look at what you could be. Look what you could save me
look,
from.
body, like be like them, or maybe not exactly like them, because they do have to deal with a lot of shit in that body. But
We'll see. We'll see.
yeah. And if you would like to send in a mailbag yourself, easy way to do it. Go to AAApodcast.com, click on the mailbag button, and basically send us anything, any kind of question, any kind of conversation starter.
Yeah,
'Cause we will do it.
love anything.
Absolutely.
Oh, guess what I get to play now?
What?
It's time. It's time.
Oh, God. It's time?
Today, we're going to be doing impressions.
Impression time, believe it!
That sounded quiet, but I also don't care. Yeah, we're doing impressions round 3. Spoiler, final round. We normally do this in 4 episodes. We're doing it in 3 because we love you so much, and I don't know. We felt like it.
I always feel like whenever we start to do our impression season, it always feels like it should be just 3 episodes, but it ends up being 4, and I'm like, oh, okay. So we're doing it in 3 this time.
If you guys are okay with that, I like doing it. Obviously, numerically, sometimes we need to do it in 4, but that's why we kind of had to do a bunch recently. So far, though, we've passed My Dress Up Darling, Demon Slayer Season 2, Sabikui Bisco, and the Genius Prince's Guide to Raising... Oh my goodness, I'm not even saying the whole thing. Why?
The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt. And
I
I'm
shouldn't be
guessing
so
that's
hard
a
on
light novel adaptation.
I haven't seen it. I should give it a chance. I'm sorry, people.
We will have to eventually.
Yeah. So, I've got 1 pick left. Caroline has 1 pick left, which gives us 6 shows, and then you, the viewer, will have the chance to vote on our last 3 shows that we will do reviews on. Look for a poll coming out eventually in the future or in the past, depending on when you're listening to this.
To a Discord, Facebook, Twitter, and
website?
I don't think
it's
our
on the website.
near you.
Yeah. So, and you pick your favorite 3, you slap them big old check marks on them, and if enough people agree with you, we end up reviewing those shows we pass. So even if something gets axed today, it could be in your, I was going to say ear holes, but I don't like that word. It
Even
could
if it's
be
something we didn't
on your
even talk
radio
about.
waves. Yeah, exactly. So let us see what splendid shows that the winter season has gifted us on this fine day. Would you like to go first, or should I?
Well, you are reviewing 3 today, and I'm reviewing 2 because, well, if you guys were really paying attention to the math, I would have 3 to do today. But one, like, the very last show on my list, which was on Air Dekinai, is not available.
I have seen it in some places, but it is not subtitled or anything.
Cannot find it
You've got to go
anywhere.
deep into the dark
in the
web.
internet.
So
yeah. So that's unfortunate. But based on that, and the fact that apparently it's a short as well, so it probably wasn't going to pass anyway. And you know, it was on the last part of my list, so I didn't think about, you know, I didn't really have all that issue with just taking it off the list. I could have put in our backup show, but honestly, I feel like we're talking about every show that is worth talking about this season. So I'm just gonna forget about it. It's fine. So in that case, I think you should start since you have 3 and I have 2.
gotcha. Well, I love anime so much. Let's see what is on the slate today. First up, we have Fantasia Sango, Realm of Legends, aka Genso Sangokushi Tengen Reishinki. This is done by Geek Toys, who did Plunderer, and it's based on a video game. And this is really bad. This is some low-tier Saturday morning cartoon crap. This is like a show you would watch as a 6-year-old and be like, yeah. And then you go back as an adult and you're like, how did I even watch this thing? Like, cheesy visuals, introductory, like, text-based exposition, off-putting audio mixing, uninspired story, flat characters, and just, like, violence with no, like, bite or grit. Like, just like with Dull's Frontline, this is a game adaptation, and just like with Dull's Frontline, this is absolute garbage. I did not watch 3 episodes of this show. I watched substantially less than 3 episodes to make my decision. So I don't think anyone will be like clamoring over the fact that I didn't give the show more than a second of my time, because it is very bad. This would be like one of the extreme fail drops that Mitz plays if he chooses to edit it in. Here it goes. And if not,
that was a big pile of shit.
Yeah, thank you.
We're just making up our own.
I like that way more. So, Fantasia Sango. I think like Kazuo watched this like last week just to see what was going on, and he's like, yeah, it's not, I don't know if he said it's not bad or I just misheard him, but no, it is complete bad. This is a maximum bad scale. This is
how many episodes of this did you watch? Did it only take one?
it took less than one.
Less than one.
I didn't get it to the halfway point.
Oh, great! I love that. So you didn't have to torture yourself.
I'm not a fan when someone's like, oh, it has a 6.7 on Mel or whatever, and like use that to like justify like as if a score that other people gave it justifies why it's bad. But this score on AniList has a score of 44 out of 100. So on Mel, that would be equivalent to actually
4.
Let me see what it is on Mel, because it is a little bit different. But this is, Fantasia Sango. I don't even know how to spell. That's why I don't like the show. I don't know how to say Fantasia Sango, or however they want you to say it.
Fantasia sounds like the one that they would want you to say, but it does
that's like
spell like
the more
Fantasia.
Japanese way. It's a 4.89 on Mel. So bad.
Yeah, why was I even on your list? Was that like your last pick?
I think if you go back and listen to like our thing talking about the impressions, I was like, I don't even know why I even picked this. It's just on. That
was basically how Mitsuki made his entire list. So
yeah,
you're not the only one.
Anime is bad, and this is why. So fail. We can move on.
Okay. Well, my first of 2 shows I'll be talking about today is Akebi's Sailor Uniforms. Let me just bring up my notes. because I was not prepared. Okay, so this show is about Akebi. She is very excited to go to middle school so she can finally wear a sailor uniform. She grew up in the countryside, never really met people around her same age because there was hardly anybody in her elementary school that was her age. So yeah, she's very excited to go to the school that her mother went to. And in the first episode, they make this uniform themselves. They hand make it. But for whatever reason, they were both unaware that the uniform changed to a blazer style until they went to the entrance ceremony. So you're automatically, I was like, wait a minute. So you guys didn't like look up the website for this school? You guys didn't see any pictures of current students? You guys didn't look up the exact specifications of this sailor uniform that you are just basing it on your memory of since your mother went to middle school? Not a big deal, but I was already like, what? So they have this beautiful sailor uniform made. She has to make the choice. Does she, because they are giving her the option of wearing the sailor uniform because she even said in her interview for the school that she just wants to wear this uniform. That's all she wants to do. So they're saying like, you know what? It was an accepted uniform in the past. We'll let you wear it. Or you can use our current blazer style, whichever you'd like. So she was going back and forth on it. She really wants you to wear the uniform, but she's afraid that she'll stand out too much. And then, because she wants to make a ton of friends. But she decides, you know what? I'm going to wear the uniform. My mother and I made it. We're going to do this. And the thing is that she had nothing to worry about because literally everyone loves her. She's like almost perfect. She's like an incredibly perfect person. She's so cute. She's beautiful. Her classmates call her like, oh my God, you're like an idol. And which is great for her because she's like idolizing an idol right now. Like Miki or whatever her name is. Yeah. She wants to be like Miki. And the only flaw that they could possibly find in like the 4th episode is that she can't cook. So that tells you how perfect she is. Like they spent so long with her. That was her only flaw, is that she can't cook. And unfortunately, I feel like with my review today, people can kind of tell that while this show is good in its production, it looks so freaking good, like beautiful, like the backgrounds, the settings, like the country settings are like just beautiful.
The interior of the houses are amazing.
There's so much detail in this animation. Like it just looks beautiful. But it's just a slice of life that is beautiful. It's okay. I'm trying to explain this as well as I possibly can. It is made to take away every ounce of your attention on how beautiful it is. It almost feels like it's trying so hard to be beautiful on purpose. And I realize that kind of sounds like a dumb thing to say. It's like, it's beautiful, just take it as it is. But sometimes it'll like slow down every movement so you could say, wow, look at that detail. Beautiful. And that kind of put me in a like,
wow, look at her clip her toenails.
Yeah. And then the feet stuff. I was just about to say the feet stuff. And it's not just a meme. Like there's a ton of feet stuff in the very first episode. It's in the opening, his feet. So that's just a little weird. Not a massive deal, but a little quirk. And I'm not going to say it's bad because it's not bad. It is a slice of life that is just slicey of lifey and not much else. And is beautiful, but not much else. For me, anyway. And maybe if I wasn't watching so much good stuff this season, I probably would pass it because I know a lot of people love this show. But that's also another reason why I'm not going to pass it, is because I'm fairly certain this will win listener's choice. And I don't want to. I feel like a lot of people are gonna get a little bit upset with my review of this show. But I will say there are a lot of pros in this show, but just not the ones that I want to see in it, I guess. You know?
I know. You want to give the show a hand, but it's already so full of feet that... Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I actually watched an episode of this because I was like, I knew you weren't quite vibing with it. And
unfortunately,
I'm not the biggest fan of my shows this season. And I was like, maybe I'll just steal this pick. And I agree. The show is gorgeous, but something... And I don't know how it goes. I haven't watched all the episodes out. But the characters felt a little alien. There was a very uncanny valley of them so much trying to be... Like the main character is so Genki. Like she goes
Oh,
shopping with her
so
mom, and she's
incredibly
like
gay.
rubbing her face on the fabric, and she's like, "Oh, my favorite!" Like it's just
She's
a
like
little
constantly
much.
dancing, and then she's like, "Oh, wow,"
It's
you know.
it's a little bit much, and I mean, I was intrigued. I very much like the idea of her wearing, like, I don't mind that she's not wearing the school uniform and she's wearing her own thing. I mean, obviously a big component of anime stories is, the oppressive collective mindset of Japanese culture, where fitting in is the most important thing. You eschew your individuality and your own interests in favor of the collective, working together well. You want the cogs to match. And the way she was portrayed, like in the entrance thing, standing out with all the girls kind of like side-eyeing her, like, it was great. But I don't know.
The thing is that they absolutely love her. Like, almost, I think every single character that we've been introduced to in, a good amount of time loves her. And it gets to the point where, like, okay, so like I think it was maybe in the second episode or something like that, she's sitting down and eating lunch with her new classmates and all that. And with this one scene, I wasn't sure if they were actually being friendly as in friends.
Yeah.
Or being friendly to the point of actual bullying. Because there's a type of friendliness that you will experience in school where it is where they're actually like snickering behind your back. Like they are talking to you, like so interested, like, oh my God, that's so cute. You're so funny.
Your sailor uniform is adorable. And you leave in the hallway and they're like, do you see her fucking sailor uniform?
Yeah.
What an absolute country bumpkin.
Yeah, and that's like the worst kind of bullying, because they are acting as friendly as ever, but like super friendly to the point where they're actually making fun of you. And if you are thinking that they're actually being, actually friendly, it makes it even worse. And that's apparently not what's going on in this show, because they do like her, as they show you, but that's what it feels like. And I didn't like that. So,
I mean,
unfortunately,
we can complain about the show for like the little ticky-tack things, but it is not a bad show. It will get passed because the community does enjoy it. And I'm not like dreading having to watch the show. I'm very much looking forward to making Mitz watch the show. That will be very funny. That will be hilarious. But I want to see Akebi's sailor uniform. It's a little weird. It's a little off-putting, but I think I am a baby boy. I will see pretty colors and I will say, wow, cool animation.
Wow.
And that will be enough to satisfy me. And yeah, seeing all the stitching was super cool, and learning about her making the dress was like, yeah. And the little sister was pretty awesome, and I like her slap animation.
Yeah, she's pretty sassy.
So
yeah, I like her. But I will say that as beautiful as it is, the faces are weird, man.
It's part of the uncanny valley. They don't quite look. They move a little too smooth. They look a little too, and they do kind of like
the eyes are like bulging.
They do like the Vivi, like Floret eye song thing, where sometimes they draw them in like hyper detailed still frames, and you're like, well, that's not the same character. That's I don't know. I'm getting all my complaints out of the way now, and I'll complain about it later. But it's not bad. It's not.
I feel bad because I know so many people love this show, and I don't want
and they're gonna pass it
apart.
And listener's choice, they'll forget all about us ragging on it here
until we get to review
it. And they'll be like,
they'll absolutely hate us.
And maybe it'll get better. I only saw the one episode.
Yeah, maybe.
So, but
okay, so unfortunately,
the Clippers. Like, why did that? Sorry, we can move on.
I know. Unfortunately for Akebi-chan, no Sailor Fuku or Akebi's sailor uniform. Fail. Or not pass.
What's
just
your
not pass?
Are you gonna make up your drop again?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of one. You shall not pass.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah. Because it's not like a massive fail. If in a worse season where I picked worse shows, I would definitely pass it.
Yeah. Well, let's move right along to Police in a Pod. Hakozume Koban Joshi no Gyakushu. This is the Madhouse joint from the season, based on a manga, which is actually written by an ex-female police officer, which is what this show is about. It's about a female police officer named Kawai who joined the police force but realized it's not really what she thought it was, and she really doesn't like it. And right as she's about to quit, she gets a new partner who is another female police officer who's amazing at her job, and she kind of inspires Kawhi to get back out there and give it another shot. And it's kind of their, rookie cop, veteran cop, buddy cop sort of thing. And it's pretty cool. It's not bad. Unfortunately, it is unbearably fine at best. The tone is kind of a mix of like fun and serious and educational, but it's trying to be all those things at the same time, and it kind of ruins the dish. Like, if you take watermelon and string cheese and peanut butter, like, all those things are good by themselves, but if you kind of mix them all together, you just get this lukewarm pace of blandness. And that's kind of how watching the show feels. Like, I just don't care. And I've noticed that the episodes seem to be getting better. The first episode was by far the weakest, and it's been getting better. But for example, the theme of the cases, and they seem to be a bunch of like small cases within one overarching episode, but in episode 2, a lot of the cases have to deal with sexual assault, physical abuse, and kind of just the overall lack of respect that women suffer in the workplace from males, or just people who are just like, oh, woman police officer, get a male police officer, he'll do the job right. Like, very like demeaning stuff, and no doubt a somber subject that happens way too often. And seeing how these officers discuss these stories, are interesting, and it kind of makes them, when you hear about all the sexual assault, it makes these officers like more wary of the men around them, because it's a tone, it's unsavory, and I like that. But then they kind of fit in these like Gintama-esque jokes within that like context, and it just kind of sours the atmosphere that was kind of respectful and kind of insightful, but now it just kind of feels like railroaded by this other thing. Yeah. And it's not ever so disrespectful where you're like, woof, okay, that's a little far, but I don't know, it just doesn't breathe with life. Everyone feels very stiff in the show, and the characters are just, they're lifeless. Like, they tell stories about their motivations or their pasts or kind of what their dreams are, but I don't feel any of it. It's just animated cardboard characters talking, and the art style is fine, but it moves very choppy. It kind of looks like Archer, if you have ever seen that show. Yes, there are pompadours for mitts to oogle at, but I don't know. I couldn't really get into the show. It wasn't fun. It wasn't, and not that it needed to be fun, but I just could never connect with what it was going for. And I could see this maybe at the end of the season really finding its footing and getting better. And perhaps, this is the first manga that this mangaka did, because she wasn't a manga before this. Maybe as her stories were better told. I don't know. I don't know if it's the adaptation. I don't know if it's source material. All I know is that it's just fine. If you like police procedural stuff and kind of want to see a little bit of what it's like in Japan, especially from a woman's viewpoint, I think it's maybe worth checking out. But
are you sure the pompadours aren't enough to pass it? The
pompadours, just watch You're Under Arrest and you'll be better off. That was just a much more engaging series, and just isn't, I don't know. It's maybe not what I wanted, and maybe that's on me, but I just didn't think it was all that great. So, Police in a Pod, give it a shot. It's definitely not Fantasia Sango. So it's, compared to that, this is a gem. But is it worth watching and discussing? I'm not so sure. So I will be failing Police in a Pod, because I don't know. I don't feel like watching more of it. But let me know if it gets good, and I'll give it another shot. So, medium fail drop on this one. What are we thinking?
I can't do requests. I'm just thinking of the ones that we have.
Okay, just hit me with any of them.
What a pile of shit.
Yeah, I felt that. And I wanted to like this. This was high up on my list. But c'est la vie. Moving on. What do we got?
All right. My last impression is on the show Ryman's Club. So this show is an original, which is automatically interesting because we won't know what's going to happen in it until it ends. And it's about Mikoto, who is our main character. He is a badminton player. Not in school. We're having a sports anime that's not based in school.
This is not allowed. You need to be in school. You need to be in the club room.
There's no club romantics. There's no will the team survive.
This isn't my anime. This isn't my beautiful wife. This is not what I know. Go back. Hit the go back button.
Okay, so he's a badminton player that plays in a company team, which I did not know was a thing. That companies, like real life companies, would have sports teams competing against each other. And so apparently that is a thing, and that is what he does. He actually does not do anything else for the company except play badminton. He's not even really an employee. He just plays badminton for them. But they fire him because he wasn't performing very well as a singles player. Now he gets hired by a beverage company that is far less of an impressive team and is forced to play doubles with his sales partner, which he hates because some of the trauma from back when he played doubles back in high school has, come up and, he hates playing doubles because of this. Now, it hasn't been totally explained yet because every main character needs to have trauma to overcome in the sports show. But it appears that he might have, hurt his teammate while playing a match back in high school, so he freezes up while playing sometimes. So now he has to learn how to be a salesman because they're forcing him to work in actuality as in a job. As well as working out with his new teammate in badminton with not as nice facilities because he's used to having a private gym, but now they're playing in a school gym, which is kind of funny. And okay, so
I knew
here's
we
the
had
thing.
to go back. I knew it. They can't stay away for long.
It's not really focused on that. It's just that he's like, wow, these ceilings are so low. This is not working. And where's all the equipment that we need to get better? And well, we don't have that kind of stuff. We just have the basics. Okay, so here's the thing. The animation, it's awesome. It's so good looking. It's good. The premise has a lot of the sports anime tropes, as I discussed, but, with older characters. And the workplace setting makes it feel pretty new and interesting, because now it's both a work job, it's a working job, a working anime and a sports anime combined, which I've never seen before. And back to the whole trauma thing, because that happens in every single sports anime. This actually feels like something that would make a player hesitate in a game. If they hurt their teammate in the past while playing a game, surely they'll be a little less gung-ho about making certain moves, which, it would actually cause a problem and is kind of relatable in terms of sports. And the only thing is that Mikoto has a superpower of sorts. So that's one drawback. They even call it his foresight. So basically allows him to see into the future and predict players' moves. And they keep on if it was just a one-off oh wow, he has great observation skills and they talk about it, they really do call it his foresight and make it look like it's a superpower, which is kind of that's pretty silly. But other than that, I really passed this show before the end of the first episode. It just especially since nobody's talking about it, I feel extra excited about it. So that is a pass on Ryman's Club.
Oh my goodness, we're doing the thing.
What's a pass drop?
I don't even know what a pass drop is.
Yay! I'll just go with that.
The children, yeah. Oh my goodness, I haven't heard a pass in 20 years of doing this podcast. I have no idea. You lock it in. You lock it in. You lock it. We're
locking it in.
Cool. I have not watched any of this show. I guess we'll have
to. It's also really late in airing because last weekend I was trying to think is this show even airing? Because that's what happened with the other show that I talked about earlier. But the first episode came out last Saturday. So only 2 episodes have just come out now, where a lot of shows are on their 4th or even their 5th episode. So, yeah. Nice.
And that was Ryman's Club for those.
Ryman's Club, because it's salary. It's something like Salary Man.
Gotcha, I got it. Ryman's Club.
Ryman's Club, which it does sound a little strange.
Remain.
No!
This is the sequel to Remain, boys. Let's go.
Another re-anime.
Exactly. Add it to the pile.
Yeah, but at first I really did call it Ryman's Club. It's Ryman's Club.
That's okay. And by that's okay, I mean, that's okay, Mason, for messing it up, you doofus, you idiot. Oh, Mason, you're so... I'm kidding.
Oh, stop.
We've got one show left to talk about. We've got one
Will it
pass
pass?
left. Let's
Will
see.
it not?
Let's see what happens. My final show of the season is Sasaki and Miyano. This is done by Studio Dean, who very mixed bag on what you're going to get with them. I like that this show begins with a kid just getting socked to the face, just getting absolutely beat up behind a building. Not that I'm endorsing violence, but it certainly pulled me in more than your generic, like, sunlight filtered school hallway that seems to be like set the stage in every like substandard like high school show these days.
Is there even an establishing shot, or is it just literally starts off?
It's literally like, hey you, and then and our guy, our boy Miyano, is around the corner. He's looking at this and he's like, oh no, this is probably not good. Let me call my senpai to like sort these people out. And he pulls out his phone. He's like, help me. This is not good. Pretty much is what he says. Pretty much exactly. No, not at all. And another senior who's passing by named Sasaki is like, oh damn, this cute boy is over there and he's concerned about something. Oh shoot, there's a fight. Let me go help him out.
The cute boy's being pummeled.
Cute boy is not being pummeled. The cute boy is the one holding the phone. Essentially, just as quickly as this show starts off with a kid getting just beat up on, is the romance between the Uke Miyano and the Seme Sasaki, because this is a boys' love show, and it is very aware of what it is. It's very meta because Miyano, his hobby and otaku fascination is with the boys' love genre. So, like, often within this boys' love show, he mentions things like slash art and fudanchi, and he's like, wow, the boys' love thing is happening in real life, and it's happening here because he's in a relationship kind of, sort of, with Sasaki, and it's cute. It's a very cute show. Obviously, if you don't know, boys' love or yaoi is a category of romance between two male characters, and it's pretty not bad. It's not bad. Like I said, it's kind of cute-ish in a very doe-eyed, fang-tooth fanfic sort of way. Like, Studio Dean is not botching this one to the moon and back, which sometimes they have a tendency to do. As these two kind of grow to know one another, they get closer. You've seen this 1,000 times, but as the manga within the story suggests, I think there will be some subversions on the often tropey elements of the genre. Like, even if sometimes the show has like Miyano just blasting glitter and bubbles and sunshine from his pores and just lighting up Sasaki's rainy, hazy, everything is terrible. Oh, but this cute boy is so cute. And really, while the show is better than I expected, that really doesn't make it good. Because a romance show kind of relies on the characters being worth cheering for, I guess. But they're just not that interesting or engaging. Like, Miyano is just a chipper BL enjoyer and not much else, and Sasaki is just, well, gets some characterization, and like he's the kind of delinquent who's like too lazy to even copy the homework from his friend, let alone do it himself. Like, all he really does is fanboy over Miyano. Like, every scene is just Miyano being kind of cute and Sasaki being like, oh damn, he cute. And just rinse and repeat for 20 minutes at a time. And I don't know. Once again, not abrasive, not bad. I would be interested in it if I heard more about like how it subverts the tropes, if it does at all. But it's just, there's not much to this show to bite into. Like, if you can eat a box of chocolate for dinner and be content, like, give this show a shot. It's warm, it's comforting, it's soft, it's fluffy, it's everything. But I think I'm personally looking for a bit more substance. So, Sasaki and Miyano, while not terrible and worth checking out if you are into the boys' love genre, I will be failing it, which means that we're only passing 5 shows this season. Which means, listeners, we're going to give you 4 selections because... What? Because I don't know. I don't know what I want to watch. I'm not the biggest fan.
We need the fail drop.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, I'm prepared for this one.
Oh, let's hear it.
Shame.
Oh my goodness, she has a real bell. She's doing it. That's just got to replace the real drop now. Yeah, so maybe we'll do a retro review. Maybe we'll add that to the poll, but I really couldn't choose between a bunch of them. Akebi Sailor Uniform wasn't wowing me to steal it from Caroline's pick, and I guess I just want to review what people find the most interesting and want us to talk about. And Sasaki and Miyano or Police in a Pod, neither of which grabbed me as much as I wanted to really sell me on doing it, and just having people be like, oh, that they're reviewing that show. I'll just tune out because who cares? And, you know, maybe it's just a circumstance of the season, but I think maybe we'll put some retro stuff on there and jazz it up a bit, because
Yeah.
it is what it is. And hopefully this things surprise us and it's good. And maybe Air Dekinai will actually show up and be amazing. We'll be like, wow, I can't wait to watch that. So,
Yeah, I doubt it.
well, yeah, we'll see. So what shows are we passing?
We are passing My Dress Up Darling, Demon Slayer Season 2, Sabikui Bisco, The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt, and Ryman's Club. Yeah.
So stay tuned
Although
for a
I
poll
do-
for 4 picks.
I do want us to have the opportunity to talk about shows that we did not pass, but are enjoying enough that we think that people should give it a try, if not vote for it. I don't know if you have any.
Yeah, I mean, like a last second bid to pick these shows. I mean,
Not even that, because there are reasons why we did not pass certain shows, but we could also be in that direction.
Sure.
But
I mean,
there
I could
is
be
one-
evil and say the Case Study of Vanitas is better than a lot of
Please.
these shows.
Stop giving them
And-
ideas.
Mitsugi and Caroline both were not fans of that show, so I get it. That's why I didn't say anything. So
You did say something though.
Whoa, wow, when? Who? How? Go ahead.
Well, I do there is one show that I've been watching this that I don't think would make for a great review, but it certainly is something that I'm still watching, even though I did not pass it, and that would be Slow Loop. It is still super cute, and it is good, and it is about 2 girls fishing and their friends and being new family members because their parents just got married, so they're stepsisters, and it is something that I passed in our first round of impressions. And it's just it's just a cute show
You
where
failed
they're
it the
actually
first
talking about.
round.
Okay, yes, because we're not going to be talking about the show where it's just a slice of life and they learn about fishing. But it is good, even if you don't like fishing, because I don't really fish, but I still am enjoying it.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. What else is airing? What was oh my goodness. There's so many shows we didn't review for impressions. And so many of them, like The Realist Hero, Season 2, Ari Ferretta, Season 2. Yeah, please, let's not pick those. But
Stop giving them ideas on what they're not supposed to pick, because they will do it. They will troll us.
They're not allowed. They're not allowed.
They are.
They're good people. They appreciate...
Do we want to go back into the history of people picking for us?
This season... Let's just do all retro reviews. Let's just save ourselves. Just Akebi's and 3 retro reviews, and we'll call it a day.
It sounds good to me.
Speaking of calling it a day, thank you guys for hanging out with us. This was certainly a wild ride. We did it though. We made it to the end.
We did
Don't
it.
forget to follow us on Twitter at AAA Podcast. You can see all these cool videos that come from the TikTok, which Caroline pours just her entire work week into. They're just
Well, not exactly.
decades
Not
and
recently.
decades of tech and editing. But they're a bunch of fun, and you should check
I haven't
them out.
done one in a while. I need to get back to them.
But I'm at Macy Paisley if you want to hear me not tweet, because I often forget that I have a Twitter. But really where you want to go is Discord. It's the place to be. It's super cool. Links on our website, aapodcast.com, where you can also do mailbag, sign up for bonus content, all that good stuff. Like I said again, vote for the anime of the year and the Oscars.
Yes,
for
please.
2021. Vote for the whatever winter 2022 show you want us to review. That will be linked eventually. And next episode, we are doing back to reviews, fall 2021. Are we going to do Heike Monogatari? Are we going to do the reincarnation show? Are we going to do the other reincarnation show? Who knows?
I have so much to watch.
We'll figure out what we're doing, and you'll find out by going to our website, scrolling to the bottom, and you can see all the stuff that we plan on doing and then not doing because we thought someone else was going to show up and then they didn't. This was fun, though. I appreciate you guys all for hanging out. Any closing thoughts before we take this bad boy off?
Kami is best girl.
Here, folks. We might do next week early. We might not because of Super Barrel Owl. But yeah, we'll let you know. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.
Bye.